Hello again, and welcome back to another daily technical analysis video. In this video, we're going to be covering Ethereum. Alright, so we're going to work our way from the daily time frame and all the way down to the hourly and kind of review the play that we did discuss about yesterday, which did in turn play out. Now, as for the daily, if we just ignore the EMAs for now, we have a new month and this pivot is above the previous pivot. So this is a good sign for the bulls. So I would say even this dip right here, we are still towards the upside and our original target of 3,800 is still possible, right? Again, this is the target from that triangle. So we are aiming for that 3,800, but do be aware that the daily R2 is now a little bit closer to it. So this could be a level of resistance or an area of consolidation before breaking towards the upside. Now, even though this target is at 3,800, now that the daily R3 has moved up, we could see a further expansion to 4,100, depending on how the price action moves here. But what I would actually be targeting now that the daily R2 is lower than this target is somewhere around 3,700. Okay, and then you're gonna I would watch to see how it reacts before to see whether it continues to go up toward the upside. Now, as for the EMAs, we are still bullish. It is starting to turn towards a 2 o'clock angle, but again, we still want to see the full lineup where we have the longer EMAs, the blue, followed by the red, yellow, and finally the white. As for the momentum, again, we did discuss that crossover, but it doesn't mean anything because of the fact that we are in that overbought territory. So this simply means bull strength. And as of right now, we do see that with this candle, we've got such a strong buy up today from the morning. Now our RSI is still the same way. We are still towards the upside. All right, now one thing I do want to pay attention to is this new daily R1 that's right above where the price action is. So if we go down to the lower time frames, it is slightly in confluence with that HR2. So we want to watch this area to see how it reacts to price action and see whether the daily R1 is going to be a resistance. Now, if it does start to reject off of here, we can see that as a potential double top with this level right here. So we want to pay attention to see whether there's a rejection from that. As of right now, though, as you can see, this previous candle has a strong buy up with volume backing it up and the crossover of the momentum. So we do see likelihood of continuing towards the upside. Now the RSI is below that 50 moving average, but we are in the the upper neutral territory and entering into the bullish territory. So we could see a further expansion towards the upside. So there's more room for the upward motion. Now, as of right now, it's strong. Maybe we look at the 1 hour to see if there's continuations or any hesitation for a consolidation or retracement before continuing to the upside. But as of right now, we want to pay attention to this HR2 and the daily R1 to see what happens here. Okay. Now again, for the EMAs, we are actually having that 200 red crossing above that 377 blue, which is another sign of bullishness. So we could see a further advancement even just from that, right? So further rise, and therefore that 3,800 target that we were previously aiming for. But as of right now, it does still look very bullish. Okay, and especially with that, it's more confluence. Now, what did I wanted to talk about previously was this head and shoulders that we discussed about. I believe it was a head and shoulders or a break of this triangle, actually, something like this. Okay, so assuming this was a triangle, we did break below it. It should be easier to see in the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so what I did is I take a target from the top of the upper wick of the base, or this left side of the triangle, brought it to the bottom of the triangle, and projected that as a target for when we did break. Now we see that it clearly front ran it a little bit, but these are just rough sketches, right? So it's not exactly going to be the exact target. So what we want to do is pull up previous levels. I mean, at this time, there was the daily R1 right there. Okay, if we go back down, it hit right to the dot, actually $3,210 right to the dot, and that would have been a perfect time to exit that trade as well as enter for the long reversal back to the upside. And so this pattern did play out like as we expected it to, based on yesterday's analysis. Okay, but now as of today, it's a different day, so let's see what's going on. We see that 1050 cross, 1055 cross, the white crossing above the yellow EMA. So this is a bullish sign, as well as the rise in momentum. We are above the 50 moving average. We do have that rise and room to enter the overbought territory. So we do have that strength towards the upside. Now, again, you can see that even just looking at this candle, we are strong, right? If we get a closure based on the hour, the next 20 minutes above this hourly R2, we could see a retest of it before continuing to the upside. And the thing about the retest is that it will provide time for that 10 moving average to come closer to the price action before going towards the upside. But I do see the upside pretty likely. As of right now, though, it might be a little bit riskier to enter in positions because of the fact that we've had such a significant expansion already. So we could be waiting for consolidations or retracements before that does occur. But then again, we are looking towards the upside. We broke the pattern played out, and now we are aiming again towards the upside. I would first aim for the $3,600 at the hourly R3. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learned something from it. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. And cheers.